What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here with another general channeled message, okay, for the collective. Y'all know when I do these are more so high profile channel messages, so they are not going to resonate with everybody, but take what resonates, and you already know what to do. Pass the rest to the next, okay? So, um, I was thinking this was going to be a two-parter, but now I think it's not going to be a two-parter, it's going to be a three-parter. So the first two parts aren't specific to anyone. We'll get to the third one later. Okay, I'll save that one for the end. That's more specific. Okay. Um, I had a dream uh, early this morning, overnight into this morning. Both two parts are in reference to, I think, movies that are being made, okay, or discussed at this time. I don't know, and I'm not associated with any of the people, in creation of these movies, okay? I'm just going to make that very specific, but out of respect for them and their creativeness, I am not going to mention any names, okay? Y'all know the drill. I usually say high profile, okay? So the first one is in reference to um, this kind of like Black Alice in Wonderland idea. It's been staying heavy on my mind. Um, and I'm assuming right now they're kind of having like a little bit of a snag as far as how to hide a character's voice right now, how they can do it, because they still want to use this particular actor as like the narrator of the movie itself, which is a very good idea. I would definitely suggest, or I heard that you should try doing auto tune for that particular actor, where you can change the pitch of the character's voice. Okay. So I would highly recommend doing that with auto tune. It doesn't have to be always high, it can always be a little low, or it could be, more bass or deep. You can change it however you want. So that way, because this person has a very distinct voice without it, and they don't want to give away who the character is because it plays into the plot of the movie, where towards the end, I think I'm allowed to say, the character, the narrator, is the actual murderer. Okay, so it's kind of like a um, murder comedy type vibe, if you will. And so the narrator will be revealed at the end of the movie, and by then you can reveal their true voice. And I think the character that plays Alice, the actress that plays Alice, will unveil the narrator. Um, and there will be a callback. The narrator is an actor who has been in another movie, which ties into the second part of this channeled reading. Um, it's going to be kind of like a callback to a movie that they have been in before where they died. And I can't say the name of the movie. However, the premise of the movie was they were the leader of a group of gifted assassins. That's all I can say. Okay. Um, I know the movie that this person was in, and I really did like the movie. It was a really good movie. but I cannot say the name of the movie, um, based on, again, keeping their identities secret, um, and just out of respect for their craft. Okay, and spiritually, I was told I cannot say. Okay, so they will be unveiled and die almost the same as they did in the other movie that they were in, just as a nod and homage to that movie. So that's it for that first part. Okay. The second part is in reference to that particular movie. A part two, I believe, is going to be created or is in talks right now, with one of the main characters being the sole survivor of that movie. And they are now, I think the premise of the movie is that they are now recruiting new assassins to join him, because it has been found that there's like another Akashic Records being made after the first movie, and there's now a new head of those records, and the records are going to be located in Cairo. It looks really good from what I could see in my dream. And it wasn't really a dream. I'll say it was a daydream. It's more of a vision that came up right before I got ready to record. And it just tied in with the other movie, because some of the actors are associated with the first movie plot that I just mentioned, that I just described. So it's going to be a very star-studded underdog type cast. People that are not really normally looked at, but do well in action movies or have been portrayed as an assassin of some sort in other movies, that are going to be asked to join in this cast. Um, but it looks like it's going to be really a dope movie. And I'm glad that they're doing a part two. They definitely could do a part two for sure. The only difference in this one is I'm seeing that instead of getting rid of the assassins, the Akashic Records are actually giving a list of new assassins to help clean the world of all the negative energy or bad corporations, things of that nature. So it's going to be somewhat different in a sense from the first one, but still with the same title, but a different premise. And the new head of the records is going to end up being corrupt, and they're going to have to take that person out. And the main character from the first one is going to take over. Okay, that's all I can say about that. Nothing more, nothing less. But if they stick with that premise and work around it, it's going to be the dopest sequel in history. Okay, that's all I can say. It's going to be the dopest sequel. I have to smile about it because I really liked the first one. So I hope that is going to be done, and I believe they will do it justice. Um, so that's it for that. We're at 9:30 on the time, and so now I'm going to go into the last part. I did a reading about someone giving some good advice as far as they were going to be in a car accident because they were running late to work because they live on one side of town to the next. and they're going to end up running into someone. The person that they're going to run into is someone that I love very dearly. Okay. My future husband had a dream about the car accident himself, and this person is kind of purposely putting her energy on him because she has feelings for him. I don't appreciate it. Please don't be disrespectful. Don't be spiritually disrespectful, because that's what you're doing right now. You're being spiritually disrespectful. It appears that you will avoid the accident. You will avoid it. But you will end up losing your job because you're going to constantly be late, or there's going to be a mishap that's going to point fingers at you, and you're going to end up losing your job. So this is not me wishing that you lose your job. This is not him wishing that you lose your job. This is what I feel is going to occur. So it is highly suggested that maybe you start looking for other employment in your area. If you like the area that you live in, you may want to seek a residency at another hospital. I'm also hearing a retired living home or assisted living home. You may be qualified to be a personal assistant living nurse to someone, and that's highly recommended. I don't think you need to be in a hospital at all. It's too fast paced for you. You cannot keep up, and it's a little bit too much on you. So make some smart choices this weekend on your career, because I don't want to say it's not looking good, but it could be better. And just be honest with yourself. And that's a suggestion to anybody. If you're in a current career that is too much for you, but you feel like you can do better solo or entrepreneurship of some sort, you should consider your options and make plans to adjust to a different lifestyle that is better suited for you. Be honest with yourself. If you know you're not able to handle a fast-paced work environment, look for something that's more slow-paced that you can deal with, okay? So, with that being said, I think that is it for the messages. I don't have anything else to add. I wasn't even expecting to add that last part in. That came in right when I was ready to end the video. So 13:55 as we ended here. I will see you guys next time. Peace.